miss him. But I know he's where he's supposed to be.
Well, what's up guys, this is Daniel from Arms Family Homestead, and today's video is going to be just a little bit different because, well, yesterday we went and did something. We dropped Weston off at college. Our oldest son and our two lovely dogs here that want to pant and make all kinds of racket. Anyways, our oldest son is enrolled in college. He's going to Hillsdale College and more. It's a Free Will Baptist college, but this is like new territory for us. It's uncharted world. So our first child has left the nest. Mom's probably handling it a little bit harder than I am, but she's been in the garage packaging all of our orders over the last several days. I think she's just trying to get out of the house and keep busy is what I think. I don't know. We'll go in there and talk to her, but check this out. Can't video Weston because he's not in the car with us, so you'll have to do.
Oh, not the whole time.
There's Randall.
Right there's bro. I'm not sure. Where's the... Get up there and pull it. Okay, here, pull it down.
We gotta put it on off for.
Hey, look, this room came with a bed for Weston and one for Mom. You're in luck.
No.
No, sir. No, sir.
No.
I love you, but no, Mom.
Hang on, let's move closer.
Move closer.
What are you doing?
Look, we're moving him off today, first day, and you're already telling me to move closer.
No, that's not what I meant.
That's what she said. Hold the phone up. Move closer. It's the first day, Mom. It'll be okay.
I know, I'm fine, guys.
Let me get that.
Joby. Love you.
Houston said, why so emotional? It's only going to be like a week.
I know. Just is. Okay, it's hot in here.
No, it's just you.
I don't think so.
All right, you two. I'm going in the garage so I can actually like hear myself think without you two playing and wrestling and grumbling and panting and all that stuff. Stay out here. What's up?
Oh, you know, working.
Working. Packaging orders?
Yep.
Fulfilling orders? Hey, I don't think we told anybody. Check it out. We got some new Arms Family Homestead hats. We got one that's a patch and one that's embroidered. Some people were wanting some that didn't have a patch on them, so there you go. Still got a few Creek Life hats. No new shirts right now though, right?
Well, we do. I just don't have them on there yet.
Oh,
The one you're wearing.
we do have. I mean, it's not a new shirt. It's the same logo on a gray t-shirt, but we are working on some stuff for fall.
Yes. So we're hoping if we can get all our stuff in, we're hoping to launch a few shirts in September, and then a lot of good stuff for the fall or for Christmas.
For Christmas.
Yes.
A lot of hoodies.
A lot of hoodies.
Can't wait for hoodie season.
Long sleeve t-shirt. Hopefully hats. Hopefully we can get those in. I don't know. What else would y'all like to see? I'm thinking maybe blankets, maybe. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. Bags, maybe. I don't know. Cups.
I just have one question.
Oh, what are you looking at my shirt?
Nashville, Tennessee. Is that where you sent your son off to school?
No. No. That's too far.
I told everybody that was what. I guess yesterday we went and dropped Weston off. We didn't get to talk on video, but I think you need to talk about it.
Oh, do you?
It helps your soul.
Maybe. How's that?
It's like group therapy right here, right? You need a little group therapy session. You know that movie, you may not remember it, One Flew the Cuckoo's Nest?
I do remember.
Is that what's going on like right now? Like Weston escaped the cuckoo's nest?
I mean, sort of.
So, yeah, today's video, we're just going to sit and talk about it. Like, it's just one of those days where I feel like we need to chat. And this is life according to how we're living it. And, you know, you guys don't see a lot of Weston on the channel. Weston's 19, he just graduated. Back during basketball season, you guys saw him a lot. And mainly because I was just live streaming his videos. There was like no recruiting going on in Oklahoma hardly for college sports. And Weston was really wanting to play college basketball, so we were trying to help that out a little bit. But Weston, if you go way back on the channel in the early days, in the beginning, before it was Arms Family Homestead, those videos are still on there. You'll see a ton of him as 8, 9, 10-year-old Weston hunting and fishing and stuff. But as he got older, he was like, ooh, this YouTube thing's not cool. It is not cool. No, I don't want to be a part of that.
I mean, I did that too.
Yeah. And I respect that. A lot of people get on to me on YouTube. Well, why can't on her Facebook? How come we never see your oldest? What's the deal with him? How come he's just never on there? And I'm not going to force somebody to do this that's not comfortable doing it. No. Except you. I'll force you. I'll be like,
definitely
you're doing it. You're doing this. This is our relationship.
It was definitely forced in the beginning.
So, Weston graduated in May, and now he's at Hillsdale. Well, it's not Hillsdale anymore. It's Randall University. I still call it Hillsdale. They changed the name last year.
I know. You gotta quit doing that. It's not Hillsdale.
No, it's Randall University. Yes. But anyways, he is going there to play basketball. It's a Christian school. It's our denomination, so it's a Free Will Baptist college. And I didn't film a lot when we were up there the other day. She was like, are you going to film this? Are you going to film this? And it's tough. It's hard. Like, how do you film that? And nobody there knows what we do. So you break out a camera.
Well, they did.
Well, some do. But you break out a camera and it just gets really awkward because those people don't want to be on the channel all the time. Right. So I tried to film a few bits and pieces, but it was really just a family day. And that was more important than filming. So I filmed a few clips and got Mom crying a little bit. But in the room, you know, I was joking. They had a room for her, had a bed in his room for her, but unfortunately some other kid said that was his bed. So we got kicked out. Mom didn't get to keep that bed. And it's like he had a roommate or something. But anyways, this is more about Mom than it is me. So
no, I mean, I get it, but still,
well, I joke and I say it sounds better that we sent Weston off to college versus getting kicked out because he's 19. And when we were up there for orientation day, the president, which he's spoke at our church, he's preached at our church several times. He's worked for Randall University for 20-something years, went to college there, but he was on stage kind of doing the welcome thing. And he said, of course, I don't remember when he went to college, probably in the 60s, early 70s, something like that. He said the day that he left for college, his dad walked him out on the porch to tell him goodbye, and they didn't even take him and drop him off. He just walked him out on the porch and said, see ya, basically. But the last thing he said before he left was, I'm going to need your house key. And Bob was like, why do you need my house key, Dad? He goes, because you don't live here anymore. And, you know, and that sounds harsh, but it was just his dad's way of saying, you're an adult and it's your turn this is your time to take off into the world and succeed. And he was welcome to come back home. I mean, that wasn't what he was saying. It was just like a shock to him because his dad was like, I'm going to need that house key because this is my house and you don't live here anymore. You're welcome to come visit. That sounds like the harsh truth, but I mean, in a sense, you're sending a human that's lived with you for 18, 19 years off into the world to hopefully flap their wings and fly and not fall. You know, it's like when we were a little kid. What movie? The dinosaurs, Land Before Time. Petrie fly. No Petrie fall.
Yeah.
We don't want that. But anyways, I think this is more of a struggle for you, and I think you got a lot that you could share to encourage people and help people. You know, I mean, where do you stand on this deal? Where's your brain at?
I don't know. I've just I thought I'd be a lot more emotional last year. Now I'm gonna cry. When my sister left, It was really hard. Like, I cried for 2 days, I think. I mean, like, it was bad. I don't know. It was almost like a death in the family. And so I feel like I've kind of already gone through that with her. And so, so I haven't really had it that bad with Wes. I mean, I cried when we left, you know, and there's been a couple moments, but it's just...
And then you cried in church when we got to church.
That was all Gail's fault. That was all Gail's fault. She knew what I was going through, and she just made eye contact with me, and she was already teared up, and so was I, and so I couldn't keep it together then. So I feel like, and I know a lot of you don't know, I've never really put this out there before, but I had Weston before Daniel and I, and he was 3 when Daniel and I started dating, just turned 3, and it was just he and I, you know, and so he's been my person. I mean, I grew up with him, he grew up with me, I mean, and so that part of it's weird. Not seeing him and him not being here, it's just weird. I mean, even as a teenager, he's gone all the time and in and out, you know, but
a lot.
Yeah.
One thing that I think was different, you said with Katie, it was really, really hard with her leaving. And I think the difference with, and it may just be the boy and the girl, or it just made a difference in personalities, but Katie, like for the last month before she left, like every day she wanted the family to get together. She wanted us to have cookouts. She wanted us to go out to eat. Like, we had to do everything as a family, because she's like, I'm leaving in 15 days, guys. I'm leaving in 14 days. I'm leaving in 7 days. Like, every day. So by the time she left, it was like,
we even had to have this big family photo shoot.
Yeah. But with Weston, I feel like he was
ready,
and he was withdrawing, not pulling away from us completely, but withdrawing and doing his own thing for months before. So like, he's like, I'm leaving in 2 weeks.
Yes.
I don't have to see you this week, do I? Like, I don't have to come home tomorrow, do I? I don't, you know, he was more ready to go, I feel like.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say he was more prepared, but mentally, like, his brain was saying, I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
I'm ready to go do my own thing, where Katie may just be the female in her going, we gotta stay together.
Yes.
Weston was like,
I definitely feel like that. I mean, and I do think it's just the female nature to hang on.
Yeah.
Where, I mean, with Wes and I mean, everyone knows that we're super close. And, you know, when we were, when I was leaving, we were fixing to drive off and we were hugging, and, you know, I was crying, you know, I was sad because I was leaving him. But it was harder for me, and I even whispered that in his ear, like when basketball ended. Like, that was rough for us, because that was like our thing. I was a basketball player, and he's obviously been a phenomenal athlete and a basketball player, and so that's just stuff that he and I have always shared, where this guy, no basketball skills. No.
You ever seen a baby giraffe? Like, a baby giraffe walking around. That was me in like middle school, junior high, plumb up into high school. Like, was tall and lanky, and I played sports, not basketball, but I was about as coordinated as a giraffe, straight out of the womb. Like,
yeah, it's terrible.
Shaky legs, you know, like.
Yeah.
Not a basketball player. Couldn't chew bubble gum and walk without, stepping on my lip.
No, so, you know, that aspect of it, you know, he and I are just really close with a lot of stuff like that, with the athletic side, and there's just something about, I feel like, mamas and sons, and I think it's the same for daddies and daughters. There's just something specific and particular about those relationships, and so
we're not going to talk about Emily going to college.
Yeah, this one will struggle big time.
We're not going to talk
with
about
that
one.
I mean, not that I won't, but it's just different. But I think I'm, you know, not as sad because I am very excited for him and hopeful for him. I mean, he worked his butt off to be as good as he is at basketball for many years, and to see him go and get to play and be at that school with the people that I think he's surrounded with, I think is amazing. And God led all the way around. You know, at this point, I don't worry. I don't feel like I worry. When we first got married, I worried until I learned and became stronger in my faith that there's no sense in worrying. I mean, I feel like, you know, it's all in God's hands, and I trust him. And so I feel like now that we're at this point, like, you know, we've done what we thought is best for him, and now it's kind of our turn to say, my place to say, here you go, Jesus. Like,
to have faith.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, he's all yours now. Not that we're not going to be here and help him and support him or kill him, whatever comes, because I'm sure he'll be stupid, you know, as all teenagers are. But, you know, I can't worry about it. Just like when he was a trooper, you know, I made my mind up when we got married that I was not gonna worry about him. Like, if it was God's plan for him to make it home, then he'd make it home. And if he didn't, then that was God's plan. And could it be scary at times? Sure. I mean, parenting sucks sometimes. I'll just put that out there. It sucks. They test you and push you and put you in these places that you're like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? How are we going to get through this? You know, but that's what Jesus is for. And, you know, without him, I wouldn't be able to just sit here and have this conversation. I just wouldn't. I mean, that goes for everything, our marriage, our, you know, everything. You know, I can go as far back as even saying, you know, when my parents, you know, got divorced, you know, that was really hard on me and my brother. But had that not happened, you know, I wouldn't be sitting here with him. You know, we wouldn't have the kids that we have. We wouldn't have the life, you know, the friends, the family, any of it. You know, so I feel like, you know, we talked about this in Sunday school, Toby, and, you know, just God sees the big plan. We see this much. You know, he sees the beginning and he sees the end. And obviously it's up to us and how we handle that and have faith in Jesus along the way, how we get there, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where all that was going, but
faith, man, faith.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be weird. It's going to be a strange adjustment. It's going to be a strange adjustment for our family, getting used to a family of 5, or a household of 5
Mm-hmm.
is now a household of 4.
I don't have to buy as much milk.
Don't have to buy as much milk. Don't have to buy as many Oreos.
Yes.
But you still have to worry. You still have the worry. Obviously, Weston's still our child. We still, I mean, have all the concerns in the world. But we got to have a little more faith because we can't see him right here in our house every day. And, you know, I mean, you just got to train a child in the ways of the Lord and send them out on their own and hope they don't depart from it. You know, like, you teach them, you do the best you can, you do everything you can. They're going to make mistakes, they're going to screw up, and they're going to learn their own way and learn their own path. You know, one of the guys I used to work with had 3 daughters really early in life. He was in the Marine Corps and had 3 daughters. And so they were young parents. And he told me his kids are quite a bit older than ours. They're all grown and married and have kids now. But he said there's a time from about 13 to 18 or 19, you know, where you're not going to like your kids. You love them, but you might not like them most days. Like, it's like they walk in the door one day and they just decided they don't like you, and you're like, whoa, what happened here? And then he's like, one day they walk in and they go, I like you, and you become good friends. Like, and I feel like that's where, I mean, I don't feel like it's that way with my family, like, because my parents are gone, but with your family, like your mom and you had a time in your life where you butted heads.
Yes.
But you literally talk on the phone every single day, and we see them almost every day. Like, and not in a negative. Like, it's good.
Right.
Like, you know, and Dusty ran off and went down to Texas and for 10 years or whatever, but he's back, and we've got a pretty close knit family that, you know, like, I mean, I wasn't in your household when you were a kid, but it had its struggles, but you've all come back together as a pretty close group, and that's the ultimate goal, I guess, is to raise your kids. I don't want to be, I mean, like, we love our kids, but you can't be their best friend.
No.
You have to be their parent.
No,
and
Weston,
that's so hard.
Yeah. Weston told me one time, he was probably, I don't know, 5. He got mad at me for something, and, you know, he told me, I'm not your friend anymore. You know, and I said, okay, that's fine. You know, I'm not here to be your friend right now. And I've tried to, you know, stick to that. You know, at times you do have to be their friend, but I'm always their mom first. You know, and there's fine lines sometimes, because you don't know, you know, what to do and how to go through these paths, you know, because sometimes you literally want to kill them. Mm-hmm. You know, I tell people all the time, there's a reason why we have these babies, and they're, you know, sweet and lovey, and you go through all the baby phases, and you fall in love with them, and that's what gets you through the teenage years. Otherwise you might kill them. But I do think that we're really blessed with the 3 that we have. Yes, they're all turds in their own way, and
different, so much different.
So different.
That's what blows my mind as a parent, is raising 3 kids in the same house with the same rules, and how they're all so different.
Yeah.
You know, Weston's going to college, and Weston's playing basketball. He's doing what he worked at for probably 10 years leading up to. It was his dream.
Yeah.
And he wasn't sure. Earlier this summer, he wasn't sure if he was going to go to college. I mean, he wasn't sure. I mean, school's not his favorite thing. I mean, that's just the honest truth. He doesn't enjoy school.
Right.
But basketball is what drives him, and what ultimately led him to commit to go to school and play basketball. Like, so yes, basketball's probably what's going to carry him there and keep him there, but he's going to get an education along the way, and he's at a really neat school. Like, I feel like it's really interesting.
Yeah.
I feel like if Weston would have gone to a big state college, OU, OSU, some big school, he would have got lost in the numbers and probably struggled.
Yeah, I agree.
This is a really small school with 350 students, and yesterday when we were up there with all the staff and stuff, like, everybody, I kind of joke, but everybody has like 3 jobs. Like the bursar's office, where you go pay, where you go pay however much your tuition and fees and stuff are. He's also the bookstore. You know, like when we walked in to check in the first day, like at the admissions office, to get a checklist and to see the receptionist to go everywhere, it was just a lady sitting at a desk, and I just thought, oh, she's just one of the secretaries. Well, no, she was like a academic dean or something, you know, like she had dean of students, you know, like everybody has so many jobs in it, but it creates this real tight-knit group with the faculty and the students that we talk to. You know, they all just absolutely love that. It feels more like a family.
Yeah. And
they go to chapel twice a week, and they have to go, you know, they have to do all these certain things. There's Bible courses they have to take, and Weston's has no idea what his major is. He's obviously not enrolled right now to be in ministry, but it's still something we're comfortable with sending our son, because a lot of colleges have different mindsets and different theories, obviously.
Yeah, I think I would feel a lot different if that's not where he was going. I feel this odd peace. I don't know. It's not that peace should be odd, but it's I feel just really peaceful about it, and that
like he's where he's supposed to be right now.
Yeah.
Like, this will be a perfect next step for Weston. I feel like Weston's one of those kids that if he just didn't go to school and just moved out on his own, he probably would have struggled for a while. I mean, it would have been a harder road for him, and I feel like this gives him some freedom. He's out on his own, but he's in the dorm. There's some structure, and he's still getting a good education, and I think it'll be really good for him. I'm excited for him. I hope he enjoys it, and you know, I want the best for all of my kids. And I think
he did go. He snapped me yesterday, and he went shopping, and bought him some tennis shoes. And I said, "What'd you buy?" And he sent me a picture of them or whatever. And he said, and they were only, I think he said $85 or $90. And I said, "Oh, look at you," because I always had a rule, like we weren't spending over $100 on a pair of shoes, you know, and all the kids want all these ridiculous, you know, $200-300 shoes, and that was like not happening for me. And so I always had a rule that they don't spend more than $100, and sometimes that can be hard, especially like for basketball shoes and stuff. But you know, these were basketball shoes, and he was like, they were $85 or $90. And I said, "Oh, look at you adulting." And he said, "Yes, and there was a pair that was over $120, and I did not get those, Mom." He said, "I wanted those, but I got these instead." You know, so those little things, you know, makes me feel good, you know.
So you have a song of the week selection.
I do.
right?
I do have a song of the week, and this goes like before you. So
Pre-Daniel.
Pre-Daniel, yeah. So when he was born, I would sing, of course, lots of songs to him, but the one I sang all the time was
London Bridge is falling down.
No.
No.
Oh my God.
No.
Is Ain't No Mountain High by Marvin Gaye.
I thought you were gonna go with You Are My Sunshine.
No, that's all moms sing that. Yeah, no.
All right, I'll quit interrupting.
All
I'm
of
sorry.
our babies are sunshines. So, but that was always the one I sang to him. And so y'all go listen to that. It just, it brings a lot of joy to my heart. And I miss him. But I know he's where he's supposed to be. It's just weird right now. I'm sweaty. So anyway, go listen to that song. It's an oldie, but it is so good. And it can even be, you know, woven into Jesus too. I mean, because there's not any mountain that he won't help you get over or around, whatever that looks like. And that's what I would always tell Weston. And every time it comes on, we sing it together. And anyway, so maybe y'all will go listen to it and make you feel happy and not cry.
Ain't No Mountain High Enough, huh? Isn't that Remember the Titans?
It is. It's one of our favorite movies.
Yeah.
Yeah. So go watch that if y'all have access to that, because it's a good one.
Yeah. So there you have it. There was 5, now there's 4.
Yes.
Emily's next in line. That's like way down the line. Like that's like 10 years. She probably won't move out for like 10 years.
Like 5 years. And it's gonna get here fast.
It is. It is. I know it is. And I mean, Weston starts school Thursday. Houston and Emily start school this week. Like, summer's winding down to a close. We've got a few more things planned out, but it's always hard. Like that, you get the kids. Our kids always go to public school. We don't do homeschool. So when they're home all summer, you get so used to this routine of life changing, and they're home all the time. Which there's times that, you need a break, obviously, I feel like. But that first couple weeks when they go back to school is hard. Like, it's difficult because they're just not there. I don't know. You're putting trust in someone else to teach them and to guide them and stuff, and which it's still the parents' job to do that stuff too. But I don't know. It's hard. Back to school is like, I always thought as a parent that back to school would be like a celebration. Like, yeah, they're back.
Sometimes it is for me.
Well, it is a little bit in a way, but it's still sad. Like it's hard. So yeah, Weston's going off to college, and Houston and Emily are going back to school, and
it's just gonna be us.
Just gonna be us. Yeah. So, anyways, guys, anything else you want to say?
Nope.
Pretty much said it.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry for such a long rambling video, but it's fun. We love just sitting down and chatting. I feel like we get to chat with so many people through this lens. It's just an awesome thing, and people really seem to enjoy the videos where we just sit down and talk sometimes. They're not all super wild and crazy. We don't just all, we're not always on these big adventures or messing with the animals or something. We enjoy sharing our life, and this is part of our life. And I feel like a lot of YouTube channels out there only show those crazy, wild, high moments with all the travels and the things that you get to go do and things you get to be a part of, which those are fun, don't get me wrong, but our goal is to share our life with you guys. And part of that sometimes is the struggles. And this is not I don't want to call it a struggle, but it's just something our family's going through right now. And
yeah, I mean, it's not a sad time either.
No.
I don't want that to come across.
no,
I'm not
it's just
sad.
it's just a change.
Yeah, it is.
So, if you have kids going off to college, let us know, or if you've already done it. I know so many of you have already done it. Let us know if we're doing something that doesn't seem right. I'm sure everyone's gone through all these emotions that's sent kids off to school. So it's just our turn in the barrel as parents, I guess. And
yeah.
But the good news is Weston's only an hour away. He's
Yes.
playing basketball. So
What was it Houston said the other day?
Hang on, I'm sure we will video some of the basketball.
Yes.
A lot of people ask if they were going to get to see any more Weston playing basketball the other day. So we'll end it with that. When we drop Weston off, like we've been with him all day and all through all these little sessions, and they had dinner provided. It was really cool, like first day. And we're literally in the parking lot. Weston's fixing to leave. Like we're leaving, he's fixing to go to his dorm room. And of course she's crying and hugging Weston, and somebody, I don't know if it was Weston or Houston, popped off, said we'll see you in December.
Oh yeah, Houston said
Houston said, oh, we'll see him in December, it's fine. And she said, no, we'll probably see him like next weekend. And then Houston goes, then why are you so emotional?
He does.
Like,
Yeah,
he's only gonna be a week. Like,
Yeah.
what's the deal? But anyways, yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't understand it yet.
No, he didn't get it.
No.
So, anyways, that's all right. So, guys, thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed it. No, this was totally different, but let us know what you think in the comment section. Try not to tear us to pieces, because we're not empty nesters. We're new to the whole wing flapping child jumping out of the nest thing. So
Yes.
it's difficult. Guys, we'll see you on the next video.